I think that sounds a little too loud, but I'll kind of adjust as I go. Alright, once again, hello. God damn it. I just did this. Did I not just do this? I don't know why, but it's making, like, every time I go to stream, I have to, like, unplug my Ethernet and replug it in. I don't know why that is a thing. But it is a thing. There. Pandora, hello! I just got my stream up after it disconnecting within the first 5 seconds. Yeah, you are early. How dare you? How dare you be early? Oh, I haven't even tried to do, like, my community challenges yet. I have to, like, write those down and plug them into my Twitch still. I need to find some better ideas, I think. I don't know. Or maybe just different ones. Well, I have 3 ideas right at the moment, but I kind of want to come up with some better ones. I feel like I need to do, like, one more, redeem, too, but I'm trying to think of what to do for that. But it's fine. No worries about it. We're just gonna get back into Aokana now. For those of you that are just coming in, I actually put a vote on my Twitch, or on my Twitter. It's gonna be up for a week, because I'm gonna be coming back to Aokana probably in a week to continue Mashiro's route. So if you guys want to vote in that, it's just to see if you guys... Actually, I'll post the link to the thing, so that way you all can find it. It'll only be up for a week, so if you're watching this, like, well into the future, you won't get this. You won't be able to vote in this. But it's for... like, if you guys want me to do all the Aokana routes, or if you just want me to do one and then move on to another game. Because I know this isn't, like, a super popular game that everyone's... I always forget Twitter is the thing. That's the only way I can do all my social media shit is through Twitter. Because, like, I don't like Facebook. And that's where the VTuber community is, so... but yeah, if you guys just want me to, just do one route and move on to another game, I perfectly understand. I know it's not a super popular game. What I'll do is I'll just play the rest of the routes on my own if no one's really interested. But if you guys are interested and you do want to see the other routes, then I will just keep playing it on stream until all the routes are gone. So that's just for you guys personally, if that's something you all want to see or not. But I'll let you all decide. You got like a week, so. And whatever the vote decrees, that is what I will do as a very I don't know, accepting streamer. Whatever. I am very tired, so I don't know if half of what I am going to say today is going to make sense. But, you know, I'm just gonna say words, because that's what I do. Alright, also shout out to, gosh, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ju1sig for following me. I did not get to that because I was offline at the time, but thank you for following. I appreciate it. If you ever watch this in the future. But let's get back to Aokana. Let's just get right back into this, because this is a long-ass game, apparently, and it's going to take me a long time just to get through one route, so... I haven't even got through, like... There's only, like, 11 choices. But it's the fact that it takes so long to get to the next choice. That's what makes it so long. I'm not even sure where I am on the choice list right now. Alright, let's go back. I forgot what has happened. We're going to the training camp, right? Yeah, with Takafuji, which is where Ichinose is from. When I get back, I find Ichinose surrounded by Takafuji students. We're not dating. This isn't even her route. I'm happy for her. Looks like her overly serious attitude hasn't done much. She's got lots of friends. Mm-hmm. Our eyes meet. Also, if the music is too loud, please let me know. I know my audio is kind of spiking a little bit here, so... After seemingly waffling on what to do, she directs a bow at me. I lightly raise my hand in response. I mean, I don't really get straight shipping, but you know. There's like very few straight ships that I'm like super intense about, like maybe a handful, like 5 of them or something that I really, really like. The rest of them are all gay. Like I said, she has some good friends. Everyone's back now. That just seems sad. Not from you, buddy. After that, we all head over to Takafuji's practice ground, only to find... Well, you all are new. You can't expect that. I know she's right, but that just makes us look bad. Still can't say I expected them to have so much more space than us. Oh, I love the purple one! Hell yeah. I need a picture of Heather in that outfit right there. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, though. This is Takafuji we're talking about. Maybe a branch school, but it's still extremely hard to get in. Not to mention the fact that this environment has given birth to top Skywalkers every year. Gotta steal some of this for my own use. By the way, I don't mean I'm literally going to steal the equipment, just trying to say I'll steal their knowledge and methods and use them as a successful coach. Their #1 player should be a huge help on that front. Why do I ship these two? I don't really even... I guess I do kind of know what Messiah looks like, but... I panicked a little because the very person I was thinking of stealing from appeared before me. Can I do a full screen? Because that's what I need right now. Oh, perfect. Those black parts on the side of the screen were very much bothering me. Nice, perfect. Actually, I was thinking about it. This is kind of what I was thinking about Heath looking like, which is going to be the male version of Heather, which is like Heather's twin in the future. I haven't quite gotten art of him yet, but he's gonna be in the Heather like lore story I'm going to write, which is gonna be a full novel. But I need some art of him. But very similar, like, I want him to look something like this. Maybe not quite as smiley, he's a little bit darker than that, but... we aren't really good enough to face them in mock battles. I've already published 2, what's another one, right? I need to get working on projects, actually. I got a lot of shit going on. Chances are high that we'd get crushed. I mean, I do writing tutoring if you want me to help you. You have to pay me, though. Shino-san's brows aren't moving at all. He's dead serious. Can't believe the guy who's said to be the best Skywalker of our generation idolizing me. His voice actor reminds me of Kaya from Genshin a little bit. He readily backs down and proposes something that isn't what he actually wants to do. I can't help but feel that he's a far better person than me. It's okay, just, you know, throwing that out there. I know it's not, like, a super big passion for everybody, that's why, like... But if it is, you know, something that anyone might be interested in, I do, like, I can do tutoring for writing. However, I have a different opinion. Hi, Nert, how are you? Sure, chances are high that we'll get crushed if we challenge them at all, but... well, it's my job as their coach to make sure that won't happen. At the same time, I need to make them realize how big the gap between them and the top Skywalkers really is. I'm not sure what a video essay is, to be honest with you. I used to write like 10 to 15 page essays in college like it was fucking nothing. Like it'd take me like a day. Granted, it would take me the whole fucking day, like, all my waking hours, but I could get it done within a day. It is. It definitely isn't something I wanted to do, but it was something I had to do to get my degree, so... That beaming smile of his makes it hard to tell.
Sato-kun.
She's very in. Shindo-san points to me as he says that. No thanks. He said Sato. Sato-kun again. Yeah, she's very in, class president. Get this. What the hell? Are these two actually on bad terms? I never had to do lab reports because I was never in really big science classes, but I did a lot of English essays. I get startled as Satoen-san suddenly points at me. Ew, well that's not really an essay. If you're like recording yourself, that's just like a speech. She somehow guesses the question I have in mind. In fact, I was planning on asking Shindo-san about it after Satoen-san left. After I turned out there was bad blood between them, my plan was to leave it at that. Man, this is bad. What am I supposed to do if it turns out they can't stand each other? Yeah, science, is hard. I'm not a big sciencey person, so that's why I did not go into that field. And I do find that difficult. Like, writing a fictional story is one thing, but writing, like, turning data in numbers, numbers, makes me cringe just hearing it, into, something, like an essay or whatever is very, very difficult. For some reason, she declares that in a very proud and confident tone. It takes a while for me to fully comprehend what she just dropped on me. So if her name on the birth certificate is Sato, then... Oh, what? This is downright confusing. Suddenly, Satoen-san, or should I say Sato-san, shoves her face towards mine. Then... I'm confused. I am also confused. She lets out a triumphant snort. After saying that, she throws back her hair with her hand, spins around, and leaves. Her long hair unfurls like a beautiful cloak. I simply stare at her back, completely flabbergasted. I'm really confused right now. Frankly, I couldn't care less. Don't wake up a sleeping giant, as they say. Ooh, that's because he is not good with girls. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, it's really hard to tell when he's cracking a joke. Guess it's better for me to keep calling her Satoan-san. Ooh, pretty sunset. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the music down just a smidge. Just a smidge. I feel like it's breaking a bit too much. After a thoroughly exhausting practice, we had dinner. And now we've dragged all our bags over to Takafuji's dojo. Apparently all the guys are going to sleep here. There are more girls, so they got the gym instead. All that's left for today is to take a bath and go to sleep at lights out. Kinda worried about Shindo-san because he seemed like such a huge fanboy earlier, but luckily he hasn't done anything suspicious since. Right now I'm mounting our president's back and giving him a massage. What kind of phrasing is that? No, he didn't force me to do this. In fact, it was my idea. Figured I could use this chance to develop a useful skill, but... Any technique goes right out the window with him. Can't really use him to get better. Ooh. That's a really nice shirt. I need one. Prez bolts up at the side of him, knocking me away. I mean, I ship it. He can give him a massage later. It's a thing. Shindo gives a light nod as he says that. Man, these aren't the kind of people I want to be popular with. Shindo-san, huh? He's someone who's approached me knowing my past. I don't think he's a bad person, but I don't quite trust him either. It's hard to figure out what he wants. And naturally, that has me really nervous. Oh boy, here it comes. It's going to be all about my past again, or something else. Oh. Okay. I move my ear over to his mouth so he can whisper into it. He readily brings his ear close. I don't really like this situation, especially if he's going to bring up my past again. That serious look, though. Shindo-san gives me a nod to reassure me, making a serious expression, and then begins to speak. Oh, really? This is what we're doing now? I'm not sure I heard that right. This is what we want to do, really. We're gonna be a bunch of freaking 13-year-old teenage boys, really. A shudder runs through my body as he confirms my suspicions. Y'all are gonna get thrown the fuck out. Now he's scaring me in a completely different sense. Apparently, Shindo-san notices the look of disgust on my face and shakes his head in a gentlemanly way. I know I just asked him that question, but I'm not sure I really want to hear the answer. What? None of this makes sense. Then pick something that isn't a crime. What? I don't like that smirk right there. Turns out Shindo-san is way scarier than I thought. Luckily, Prez is shaking. Glad I have someone on my side. I'm pretty sure he's using this as a joke. He was shaking from joy. I'm screwed. No one calls it that. I'll keep listening for now. Can't always just knock them out when push comes to shove. What's this? My phone's ringing, and the caller is... Why do we get, like, almost full shots of them naked all the time? Like, it's like 2 art pieces away, 2 details away from actually being a freaking H game. She's got a powerful 6th sense. It was actually his idea. I have a feeling he's using it as a plan to, like, get them in trouble. It's already my plan. I like the little bear on her keychain. I don't see how that makes any sense, but I get the picture at least. And with that, I lower my phone from my ear as Madoka hangs up. Wait, she's still on the line. What's... No reply. What's that sound? Oh my god. Why is she leaving the phone on? I can hear a familiar voice through the phone, though it is kind of fuzzy. Which means Madoka forgot to hang up. Oh well, not like it matters. I just have to hang up on my end. Sure, I kind of want to keep listening, but it's not worth the risk. He's gonna keep listening because he's a fucking pervert. Not that I expect it to be any different, but it appears making them practice fundamentals after everyone was already exhausted from practice matches wasn't the most popular decision. Their extremely valuable, unfiltered impressions inadvertently make me keep listening.
なんで人事みたいなのよ。しかも綺麗だし。ほんと、美咲先輩の髪
And there's just enough steam to block everything out. Anime shit.
そう？ありがとう。すっごいくびれ。
Mashiro's fangirling way too hard.
なんか早くも違うとこ見てない？気にしてたらこんなとこ一緒にいられないから。はあ、でもいいお湯だね。作りも学園の施設とは思えませんし。露天ってのがまたね。満天の星空を見上げながらって気分がいいもんだ。
This is a pretty nice school to have like a big open bath like that.
旅先、開放感。何もない何もない。せめてうちにもシャワーくらいあったらね。確かに。あんたはマネージャーだけどね。リカちゃんはお湯に浸からないの？いえ、なんかちょっと暑そうだと思いまして。リカちゃんって暑いの苦手？ちょっと。
Oh god, the princess laugh.
佐藤院先輩、どこにいても元気ですね。久名浜学院の皆さん、遠路はるばるご苦労様でした。それ聞かなかったっけ？感謝とお近づきの印に私がご奉仕させていただきますわ。あれ？なんか高藤の皆さんが一斉にお湯から上がっちゃいましたけど。いえ、2年生と3年生の先輩だけで1年生は残っていますけど。そう、新入生も合宿は初めてでしたもんね。ならばまとめてお相手いたしましょう。
What?
まずはそうですわね、一ノ瀬さん、こちらへ。ほう。
Apart from the exchange of voices, I know I hear a door sliding open and shut over and over as more and more students walk closer to the phone.
やっちゃったか、佐藤院。1年の初めての合宿だけど、他校もいるから今日はないと思ったんだけどね。いや、あれはあの子なりに心を込めた奉仕なんだからさ。そうだけど、背中を流してくれるっていうのもわかるんだけど。ボディタオルさえ使ってくれればね。素手でもびっくりしたのに、自分の体にボディーソープつけ始めた時の衝撃ったら。あれさ、誰かちゃんと叱るべき教育した方がいいって、佐藤院の今後のためにも。絶対意味分かってないもんね。でも自分がやられた分被害者を増やしたいという気持ちもちょっとだけあったりして。わかる。あ、
She got Ichinose. I pull myself away from my phone as Shino-san addresses me. I quietly end the call. I was hoping they weren't actually going to go through with it, because I didn't need this in my life. In any case, I should forget everything I just heard. What was the point of that then? Time for bed. Sunrise, time for bed. All the guys lined up their sleeping bags earlier. Since the players are rather tired, there's no chattering going on either. Seems like they're all out like a light. Of course, he's snoring. It's probably better if I don't think about why these two chose to sleep next to me. Better than them strangers, I guess. I get up. Everyone's exhausted because of all the hard work they put in earlier. I usually try to make time for this, so it's nothing new, but I can't deny that watching them has me extra motivated. However, it isn't something I can do in a confined space. Guess I'll head outside for a bit. The fuck is he gonna do? She knows I would probably get in a lot of trouble if something goes wrong on school grounds. Guess I'll go somewhere else. Though I guess me wandering off by myself in the middle of the night is actually more of a problem. Well, whatever, it's fine as long as I don't get caught. With that, I head off into the night sky, making sure to be as quiet as possible. And so, the night of our first training camp day comes to an end. So he's gonna be, like, practicing, I guess. It's the second day of our training camp. Practice has already begun. However, it's a lot different from yesterday. Everyone warmed up together, but after that, they were split into fighters, all-rounders, and speeders for individual practice. And I'm going around checking on each section at different intervals. Right now, I'm looking after the fighters. Oh, and there's also one more different thing that's really different. She's adorable, what the hell? Gotcha, Hosaka. I immediately noticed that when I watched them practice yesterday. Cool. He's not impressed, except she never bothered to ask if it was alright for her to tag along. Well, not like it matters. The name of this odd girl is Minori Hosaka, I think. Apparently she's a freshman at Kunohama, who's in Mashiro's class. Unfortunately for me, she showed up out of the blue at practice this morning. She said she was part of the Kunohama Academy Broadcasting Club. Seems she heard about this training camp from Mashiro and came to cover it. She's right. We have one all-rounder, Asuka, one speeder, Prez, and two fighters, Misaki and Mashiro. She said Takafuji is over 60% fighters, but we're also at a whopping 50%. However, it's different in the case of Prez, who was already practicing FC before, but the others all just kind of picked a style they liked. They probably all have their own reasons, too. Have a little faith. My self-confidence is going to take a hit at this rate. Namely, Mashiro. She's so cute, I love her. Like I said earlier, the two of them are classmates. The scissors is a flight maneuver that consists of a series of short, quick turns a defender makes toward the attacker as they continue to move forward. In FC, when you score points by touching an opponent's back, you obviously have to avoid getting closed in on from behind. Ah. And by effectively executing the scissors, you can make an opponent that's closing in on you overshoot. Then you can turn the tables and go for your opponent's back instead. Basically, it's a maneuver that allows you to overturn the rules of the hunter and the hunted.
ことは一度前に出てしまえば絶対にこの形にはなるってこと。プラス要素として追う側は前を飛ぶ相手を見て移動するからどうしても動きが遅れる。そのため相手の前に進むスピードの方が速くなるってのもあるよね。なるほどです。さすがは美咲先輩。
I love her fangirling. She's so cute. Mashiro's honestly my favorite, actually. Mashiro's attitude is just so blatantly different from when Misaki's involved. It's a little annoying. Annoying? It's adorable. Well, whatever.
Misaki senpai! ちょっとちょっと。
At least pretend to listen. Slaloming? That's an interesting word. Flying in zigzags.
どうして最初からそう言えないんですか？みんながみんな先輩と同じことを知ってるわけじゃないんですよ。
Now that the lecture's out of the way, it's time to get the fun stuff. The fun stuff, whatever that means. The tighter your turns, the faster you can make your opponent overshoot. Plus, it'll help you move faster. Students proceed to fly one after the other. Man, the girl who just started is pretty damn good. Oh, that's Misaki. Unlike her whimsical, carefree personality, her flying is very precise and clean. She isn't even giving it her all. How much is she holding back? At this point, I really want to see her go all out. How do I make her do that? The next player enters the field as I mull over that thought. She's quite a bit worse than Misaki. Oh, it's Mashiro. Yeah. I can tell she's trying her best, but her movements leave much to be desired. I'm guessing she doesn't have an athletic bone in her body. She really seems to have trouble with any precise movement. Honestly, I always thought she'd make a better speeder. I wait for Mashiro to finish her scissors run, then call out to her. Mashiro lands in front of me as she says that. Right as I'm about to say what I have in mind, I suddenly stop and think. Is this really the advice Mashiro needs? If she isn't focused on winning, then my suggestion is totally misplaced. Having watched her so far, it's clear what she really wants. I ask her about Misaki's lack of motivation. I decide to ask her about Misaki's lack of motivation. At the end of the day, Misaki's pretty good. For some reason, Mashiro gets embarrassed when I compliment Misaki. She looks to be deep in thought for a while. Well, it's probably hard to truly motivate someone if they just don't care. It has to come from within, or it'll never stick. Ooh, we're getting brownie points, guys! Brownie points! I wanted to talk about something else entirely, though. The flash from her camera blinds me. With that, Mashiro returns to the scissors practice waiting line.
なるほどなるほど。いやー、ツーショットで写真を撮ったのに過剰な反応や抵抗もなくさらっと流されてたということは、コーチと教え子の間に現在禁断の関係は全然生まれてないっすね。
What kind of reaction was she fishing for? After watching the fighter practice, I head over to the all-rounders. Their practice consists mainly of mock battles and formulating strategies. Eventually, we reach a good stopping point.
コーチ、ありがとうございました。なるほど。コーチの名は伊達ではありませんでした。船浜学院はプレイヤーだけでなくスタッフも。オールラウンダーの皆さん、最後に1枚写真いただきます。お待ちなさい。まだ私の言葉が。笑ってください。はい、チーズ。
Oh, she's so cute! Asuka's adorable. Color me impressed. All the girls, including Sato and Sam, who had been posing the situation a mere moment ago, looked straight out of a glamour shot as Osaka took the picture.
それじゃあ、ご協力どうもありがとうございました。画像データはちゃんとこちらにも送ってくださいね。
Osaka quickly catches up to me as I begin to walk away.
さて、最後はスピーダーっすね。少数精鋭ってわけじゃないんすよね。
Over 60% of Takafuji students are fighters, and another 30% are all-rounders. That obviously means that less than 10% are speeders, pretty slim pickings, basically. Like Osaka mentioned earlier, current FC's theory states that when you play at the highest level, fighters have the overall advantage. However, that only applies to top players. Fighter is a playstyle that's heavily skill-based and tactical, and so it's only better at the very top. An inexperienced fighter will immediately be left in the dust by a speeder. I doubt that Takafuji is enforcing playstyles, but considering the fact that it's an environment with many top players, its distribution makes a lot of sense. We also have one speeder at Kunahama. I'm talking about Prez, of course. However, he's pretty special since he doesn't seem to care at all about being efficient. Instead, he's focused on doing whatever he can to put his muscles on display. But anyway, coaching speeders, huh? I feel pretty bummed out.
どうかしたんすか？なんだか途端に憂鬱そうに見えますけど。
Can I ask you something I'm curious about?
お、FC についてですか？いいっすよ。これでも過去まで遡って調べてきたんで。
My question has absolutely nothing to do with FC, but oh well, not like that really matters.
バッチコイっす。全然関係ないじゃないっすか。
Also, it has nothing to do with the reason why I'm slightly depressed. I'm just asking her a question that's been on my mind for a while.
一応断っておきますけど、自分本来はこんな口調じゃないっすよ。はい、真剣に報道を志す者として性を意識させる振る舞いは控えようと。じゃないとほら、すぐプロ野球選手と結婚しちゃいますし。
What is that logic?
敬語が使えない若者みたいに言われるのは心外っす。
やあ、交代の時間かい。
Hindo-san, who has been looking after the speeders so far, greets us. Now that I've come to take his place, Shindo-san is going to attend to the fighters next.
日向君の練習方法、勉強させてもらってるよ。
お疲れ様です、進藤部長。
あ、君は保坂君だったかな。不自由なく取材できてるかい？
はい、急な要請だったにもかかわらず、進藤部長には便宜を図っていただきまして。
いやいや。
Shindo-san then looks at me and...
それより例の大丈夫かい？
はい、お任せください。
Why is Susaka looking at me as she says that? Two of them nod to each other.
それじゃあ日向君、スピーダーの指導を頼んだよ。
What does this mean? I am suspicious. Shindo-san takes his leave.
ほら、ちゃんと そうそう、コーチ失礼するっす。
Sokka suddenly takes a photo of me.
で、何の話でしたっけ？
Kinda starting to think she's taking all these pictures of me for something other than a school paper. I have no evidence, but I'm getting chills.
まさか。新藤部長にはなぜかコーチの写真を撮れるだけ撮って回してほしいと頼まれてるだけっす。
Why?
一体何に使うつもりなんすかね。察するっす。
Why in the world did she just fold her hands?
っていうか、本当に自分の言葉遣いに関しては触れてくれない気っすかね。いえ、ですからコーチは取材対象ですから。
Hosaka's eyes widened suddenly.
もしかして今自分口説かれてるっすか？
Not at all.
どうでもいいですけど、そろそろご指導ご鞭達を賜れると嬉しいのですが。
Crap, I forgot. I was feeling down mere moments ago, but I let the reason for that slip from my mind. Now I'm facing my fears. Ichinose is standing in front of me, an inscrutable smile on her face. Well, this is awkward. Still getting all flustered will only make things worse. I need to focus on practice right now. I have chosen the low yo-yo for the speeders to practice today. This maneuver consists of a sharp downward flight where you use Earth's gravity to accelerate yourself. Then, using that momentum, you turn back upward and climb, gaining speed. Logic would tell you that flying in a straight line is faster if you're flying the same distance, but in fact this arc-like maneuver is actually the fastest due to the quick boost in speed you generate. The low yo-yo is a crucial technique for speeders since they initially start off with a very slow velocity. They need to make use of outside forces like the pull of gravity to make up for that disadvantage. There also happens to be a skill that's the complete opposite. It consists of a diagonal climb followed by a sharp downward dive. It's called the high yo-yo. One of the most disadvantaged positions a player can use in FCs when the opponent is behind them. Not only does it mean your opponent can easily touch your back, but you yourself have no way of touching theirs. The high yo-yo is effective to counter that. First step is the diagonal climb. Since your opponent is traveling straight, switching to a diagonal motion leads you to the natural outcome of your opponent overshooting and ends up in front of you. And once that happens, you aim for their back with a sharp dive that utilizes the acceleration from gravity. The high yo-yo is much more situational than the low yo-yo, but it's still a basic technique that every FC player should have in their arsenal. The practice method itself is very straightforward. Two buoys are set far apart at different altitudes. Students just have to practice ascending and descending along the line that joins them. If your forward flight posture is off and you can't probably maintain your form, you end up flying slower than you go in a straight line. It's very important to have a stable form, but not a lot of people get that. Ichinose walks over to me after a short pause. She probably feels just as bad about our last conversation as I do. But practice is practice. Right now I need to focus on my responsibilities. That's the other main factor in improving your low yo-yo. Repetition is usually the best way to improve that, but... I'm trying to not let outside emotions cloud my judgments. It's time for practice and all. But it seems like Ichinose didn't get the memo. Well, I can't really beat her up over it since I'm partially to blame. Should I take her aside to talk? Emotional problems aren't easy to resolve, but in this case, I might be able to do something. And who knows, something like this might happen at Konohama eventually. May as well get this valuable experience now. Plus, I'm Ichinose's coach right now. need to figure out some way to resolve this misunderstanding without talking about my past.
ちょっとインタビューいいっすか？
Hosaka suddenly interjects and completely wrecks the atmosphere.
かなり重そうな雰囲気に見えましたけど。
I see. Guess she did that on purpose. She's actually trying to help. May as well let her do her thing for now.
一ノ瀬リカさんっすよね。はい、そうですけど、この県内一層の厚い高藤において1年にしてレギュラーの座を脅かしているという。
What? Color me impressed. Starter means you're part of a select group of players who get one of the tournament slots every school is assigned. If I remember correctly, Takafuji had 5 slots last summer. That means only the top 5 students in Takafuji's almost 100-member FC club can participate in tournaments. It's been less than a month since Ichinose transferred over here. She's already close to earning one of those spots. She must be one of the top players in the prefecture.
いえ、まださすがにそこまでは。FC は始めてどのくらいっすか？3年です。
Wow.
3年？もしかしてこっちの人じゃないっすか？はい、今年の春に鹿児島から越してきたばかりで。へえ、四島列島の生え抜きじゃないっすね。そういうことになります。あれ、じゃあスポーツ推薦とかで？いえ、普通に両親の転勤でこっちにはたまたま。
Hosaka made it seem like she brought up the interview to help lighten the mood, but I'm not sure that's right. Seems like she had planned this all along. We gotta admit she's still helping me out, but the thing is, we're in the middle of practice.
友達との約束があって。へえ、別れた友達との約束、トラマティックじゃないっすか。で、それはどんな？さすがにそれはちょっと。
I interrupt the two of them.
じゃあ、今手に取る人の数字が変わりそうな情報を聞き出してる最中だったっすよ。ジャーナリストの辞書には載ってない単語っす
The
ね。
word restraint isn't even in my vocabulary. I know some people like that. Kinda starting to think she'll end up becoming a paparazzo at this rate.
ありがとうございました。いえ、悪い人ではないとは思いますから、日向さんにはもう少し早く助けていただけたらと思いましたけど。
Considering everything that's happened, I can't blame her.
しかし高藤は一ノ瀬選手のような有望株がいて将来安泰っすよね。だけど目玉選手とかそういうのがいないじゃないですか。
It's only been a few weeks since our club truly formed and we started with practice.
ここは有望選手を船浜に招聘とかすべきじゃないですかね。
Ichinose nods as she hides behind me. She seems scared of Hosaka now.
いえ、確かに一ノ瀬選手は残念ですけど、自分が言ってるのはもっと野に埋もれている選手っす。
I won't try to poach anyone regardless, but she has me curious.
それが自分 FC のことを過去から現在まで洗ってて見つけたんすよ。自分たちと同年代に存在した天才。将来を嘱望され
She's talking about him.
忽然と姿を消した一人の少年プレイヤーを。え、それって
You've gotta be kidding me.
11歳まででその年代のタイトルはそうなめ。当時学生で秘書記と呼ばれていた鏡葵の秘蔵子とも隠し子とも呼ばれたキリンジ。はい、何をっすか？もしかしてもうなくなってたりする？
She doesn't know it's him.
ちょっと情報集め苦手なもんで。
Maybe you should pick some other career besides journalist. But that's beside the point.
そういえば鏡先生もガンとして教えてくれなかったっすけど、 もしかして彼は都市伝説とかなんすか？もしくはその人のことを口にした人はみんな呪われるとか。
I hear Ichinose barely keeping herself from bursting into laughter. She totally knows all the rumors are about me.
一ノ瀬選手は聞いたことないっすか？
Great, she just had to ask the worst possible person. This is bad. Ichinose is looking up at me with a questioning gaze. It'll get pretty damn annoying if Osaka finds out, but I guess I've got no choice but to put up with it.
残念ながら聞いたことはないですね。
I say she's not gonna rat him out. She's too nice for that.
そうっすか。
It's not me, but Husaka who ends up disappointed.
そんな将来有望な選手ならプロ野球選手じゃなくても抱かれてもいいって思ったんすけど。
No thank you. Yeah, no thanks, but more importantly... I gaze at Ichinose's face. I mean, she seemed to want more info on me too.
私、練習に戻りますね。
What a good girl.
あ、一ノ瀬選手、ありがとうございましたっす。
And after that, Ichinose focuses on practice as if whatever had been weighing on her mind has poofed. What caused her a change of heart?
それでは皆さん、手を合わせて。
Ah, food.
いただきます。
Aw, that's a cute CG. After practice ended, we prepared food together.
一生懸命練習した後の飯のうまいこと。
ちょっと喉詰まらせたりしないでよ。そういうのの介護もマネージャーの仕事になるんだから。部長が掃除機みたいな声上げてます。もうだから言ったのに。美咲先輩、この豚汁すっごく美味しいです。まあおばあちゃん直伝だからね。
That sounds awesome.
こんなにお料理がうまいと将来美咲先輩と暮らす人は幸せですよね。でしょ？私幸せ。え、なんで？でも飛沢さん、これほんとすっごいよ。あーどうも。わかりやすい洋食じゃないとこに自力を感じるっていうか、作り方のコツとかってあるの？あーちょっと待って、先に食べるの集中させて、電池切れちゃう。
Misaki is surrounded by Takafuji girls.
どうかしました？
Let's ignore the fact that Mashiro looks pissed right now.
美咲ちゃん、ご飯作るときものすごいリーダーシップを発揮してたんですよ。
Oh, I love Rika in the background just nibbling on the little meat. It's so cute. She can't spare some of that during practice. By the way, the girls prepared dinner. Us guys were in charge of cleaning up after practice.
私はお米を研いだり、
Oh, I love the little butterflies on her. Oh, that's so cute.
他の子がうますぎるんですよ。使い終わったボールとか食器を洗ったり。
Harsh.
あ、それリカちゃんですよ。すっごい手慣れてる感じでした。
Come to think of it, back when Ichinose moved in next door, she brought us soba noodles. I remember those being pretty great.
どれどれ私も。あ、本当です。すっごく柔らかくて美味しい。私感動しました。ちょっとリカちゃんにお礼を言ってきます。はい、タイミングって大事です。
My tenuous relationship with Ichinose is the one thing I regret about this training camp. What to do? Sure, why not? I'll tag along. Things are awkward between us, but I still want to thank her for the food. Yeah.
では行きましょう。
I follow Asuka as we set off in search of Ichinose. Eventually we find her eating with a bunch of girls who are probably her friends.
リカちゃん。あ、アスコさん。どうかされましたか？リカちゃんが作ってくれたお肉がね、もうすっごく美味しかったの。私この感動を伝えたくて。そうなんですか。それはありがとうございます。
Ichinose replies with a smile on her face. She seems kinda confused, but it looks like she took the compliment well.
ひなたさんはアスカさんの付き添いですか？
Ichinose's eyes widen in surprise. Right as she starts to open her mouth to respond, all the girls around Ichinose suddenly shriek in unison. What was that about?
リカのことよろしくお願いします。ちょっと融通が利かないというか、不愛想に見える時もありますけど、根はいい子なんです。ちょっとアスカさんに悪いからやめてよ。あ、なんで私？
Can't tell if they're completely misunderstanding the situation or teasing her. But seeing that Ichinose is avoiding eye contact, maybe it would have been better if I stayed behind.
あ、そうだ。お礼といえばコーチ、今日の練習良かったです。アドバイスが的確って感じでした。理解できるまで説明してくれるもんね。評判のいい歯医者さんみたい。
Hearing that, well, makes me very happy.
親しみやすいとこもいいというか、メアド交換しません？ちょっとひなたさんにだって都合があるんだから。すごい、マサヤさんモテモテだ。いえ、これは遊ばれてるような。
In the end, I finished dinner without actually improving my relationship with Ichinose. Again. We all took our baths after that, and then it was time for lights out. Unfortunately, I'm having problems falling asleep. Guess I'll do that again tonight. I get out of my sleeping bag. I tiptoe outside in an attempt to keep anyone from waking up. But someone's gonna be awake. I rest my hands, which are weary from all the work. Like I thought, there are things about graph shoes you simply don't get unless you actually disassemble them yourself. Seems my basic knowledge is still lacking. Time for a break. I want to clear my mind. Some hot coffee would hit the spot right about now. Can't believe I made the same mistake as yesterday. Is there a vending machine around here? There are some back at Takafuji, but well, I'm out at night without permission. Things could go south real fast if someone caught me. Can't risk that. I look around, surveying my surroundings. Feels like I just spotted something other than a vending machine. Wait, that can't be. Am I seeing things because I'm tired? I shake my head, then look around again. My own personal nightmare has found me. Better to repent sooner than later, yeah? She spotted me last night. I'm doomed. May as well give up. Man, that's not good. I just went off on my own to clear my head, and here I am using FC as an excuse. I need to make up to my mistakes. Ichinose must be pretty mad at me since she came all the way out here to stop me. Gotta apologize, and fast. I really don't think she cares. I had to bow my head and say sorry before she blows up. Having bowed our heads at the same time, we both go, Two of us exchange glances. I'm so confused.
初めて会った日のことなんですけど。
Ichinose nods slightly.
あれ、事故だったのに着替えを覗いたとか言っちゃって。
I mean, he kind of is, to be honest. Oh, sorry, I have to stretch. Oh my gosh. I am not awake yet. Seriously, that was weeks ago. Why bring up the past now?
いえ、あれからずっとお会いするたびに謝りたいとは思っていたんですよ。でも、なかなかタイミングがつかめなかったりで。
I'm glad she apologized, but it does feel kind of weird. Like, I've moved way past it already. But I have to say, when I consider that this might be weighing on her mind the whole time, how she wanted to protect Takafuji when we showed up for training this morning, she really is stubborn. No, I should say that she's a really serious person. Still, there's nothing wrong with that. She knows when to apologize, so that means she's definitely a good person.
それともう一つ、ごめんなさい。
And what's this one for?
昨日のお昼のことです。久那浜学院の皆さんの練習を見て、勝手な思い込みと勘違いだと分かりました。それなのに先走って暴走して失礼なことを言ってしまいました。本当に申し訳ありませんでした。そんな軽すぎます。
Clearing the air is a good thing.
私、新藤部長が個人のスカイウォーカーに肩入れしている。
Right, that also happened. Ichinose is giving me a cautious, searching look. She wants to know more, but is also trying to be considerate, I guess? Well, I can't blame her after everything Shindo-san said. Ichinose has been really honest with me so far, which makes me want to respond to her sincerity and kind. That being said, I'm not going to tell her everything about myself. I would have been able to pass all this off as a misunderstanding if it was just Shindo-san, but Hosaka's speech earlier was the final nail in the coffin. There's no way to throw her off the trail now. Ichinose whips out her phone as I'm mulling over what to say.
ごめんなさい。日向さんの名前で検索してしまいました。
There's a local sports column from a couple years ago on her phone. What stands out most is the fact that the image isn't showing because the link has expired. Followed by the catchphrases Prodigy, a stunning display, and a title that reads FC U12 champion Misaya Hinata in an especially large font. My heart pounds against my rib cage. I feel my whole body numbing rapidly.
怒っていますか?
Ichinose's voice pulls me out of the depths of despair. Someone was bound to find out sooner or later, so I can't really get mad. Same goes for the way Shino-san and Hosaka acted earlier today. I can't move on yet, so luckily no one knows the real reason I quit. The cause of my trauma is an absolute secret. That's the only reason why I can suppress my surging emotions. Ichinose sounds worried. Maybe I'm talking so much that it comes off unnatural? No, wait, my smile probably looks way too fake. Man, why aren't I a better actor? I really don't want to play the victim and make Ichinose feel bad for me right now.
すみません。
Ichinose nods, a look of comprehension on her face. Damn it. I need to get better at handling this.
でも差し出がましいかもしれませんが、もし何か自分一人で抱えきれなくなったら、その時は。
For a moment, my emotions overwhelm me and I'm seeing red. However, Ichinose's words calm me down once more.
いえ、私じゃないですよね、その役は。彼女さんいらっしゃいますので。
Actually, I don't, but you know. No, she's got the wrong idea.
大丈夫です。私、知らないふりとかできます。
Ichinose is pretty stubborn, so I need to make this clear before things get out of hand.
本当にそうなんですか？私はてっきり。すみません。
Well, seems like I've cleared everything up.
私、なんだか謝ってばかりですね。
It's fine. Ichinose looks apologetic. Of course, that's not actually the case.
お礼ですか？
Looks like she's confused.
そうですよね。謝るって相手の気持ちよりも自己満足で終わってしまうかもしれませんし、ちょっと心がけてみますね。あ、そういえばもう一つ謝らなくちゃいけないことがあるのを忘れてました。
Like, seriously, was our relationship that bad?
本当に最後です。これでわだかまりなし、みそぎみたいなものですよ。ちょっと恥ずかしいですけど。
Ichinose swiftly swipes the screen of her smartphone. My body stiffens as I recall the article she showed me earlier. However, contrary to my expectations, she shows me a blog with a cute design.
この合宿のこと聞いた日に納得できなくてブログに書いちゃって。はい、でも今日の更新でちゃんと誤解でしたって謝りました。ここです。
Ichinose opens a different blog post as she says that. Damn, she's going out of her way to tell me about something I never would have known if she had just kept quiet.
前の学校の頃から日記代わりにつけてて。
See, I could never do that, but I do like having my writing blog, which I need to post more on it, to be honest, but...
余計なとこは見ないでください。ブログだけです。メールとかはちゃんとしてますから。
Suddenly I catch sight of the blog admin's username.
もう返してください。
All flustered, Ichinose jumps at me in an attempt to grab her phone. And then she suddenly loses her balance. I reach out in order to support her, but unfortunately I'm not in a very stable position myself. Oh no. Well, I did manage to support her, but... Oh shit. I think I've just made things a whole lot worse. Ichinose starts to quiver as her face turns red. I instinctively start to apologize, but then recall our conversation from mere moments ago. Ichinose rains blow after blow down on me. I'm an idiot. Should have realized this wasn't the place to replace "I'm sorry" with "thank you." She isn't even listening. After I endure my punishment for a while, Ichinose turns on her grab shoes and flies off. I find myself unable to say anything to salvage the situation. The beach has become silent. Only the dim moonlight and the sound of the waves crashing into the sand remain. Why did that have to happen? It seems like things were finally going well, too. Maybe Ichinose and her are just star-crossed. I heave a heavy sigh. Anime ship, bro. Back in the dojo, drowsiness assails me. Tomorrow we'll round off this training camp with some practice matches. Glad everything went well. Well, I've got to get up bright and early. Time for bed. I close my eyes. I feel something touching me. Did someone just get into my sleeping bag? What's happening?
Yeah.
Ho. Ho. Shindo. Bro. Personal space.
静かに他の部員たちが起きてしまう。
Doubt it. If that was enough to wake them up, our dear president's snoring would have done the job already.
ちょっといいかい。
You're kind of forcing me to agree.
安心してよ。これ以上は何もしないから。確かにそうだ。
How do they both fit in there? At least pretend to feel bad. This is getting really weird, but I'll put up with it for now.
今から僕と試合してくれないか。
I'm dumbstruck.
2日間君を見てきた。前にも話した通り、僕は君に憧れていたからね。君が FC に帰ってきたと聞いて、あの頃の気持ちが蘇ったよ。僕は僕でしかない。そんなことは重々承知だが、君を継ぐのは僕でありたい。いや、君に認めてもらいたいだけなのかもしれない。僕はね、君を超えたいんだ。
In response to Shindo's penetrating gaze, silence reigns.
そうだね。無理を承知で言った。すまない。もう一つ、僕はずっと疑問に思っていたんだ。君がどうして今さら FC に戻ってきたのか。君の視線を引きつけた動機が彼女たちの中にいるんだろう。僕が勝ったら勝負してくれるかい。
I don't like that expression.
忘れてほしい。すまなかった。
Shindo-san backs down after seeing my reaction and forms a somewhat sad smile.
おやすみ。
With that, he leaves my sleeping bag. Thanks to that conversation, I can't sleep. I wouldn't be able to sleep either. Oh, it's the team! What cuties. Oh, wait, that's a quick save. Please hold. Why is my mouse so weird? Yes? Why is my mouse not working? Don't tell me the game just froze. Hold on. I may have killed my mouse. Ugh. Oh shit. Please hold. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with my mouse, but it just died for a second. It's being weird. It's like the pointer on it's not in the correct spot anymore. But whatever, I guess. I probably need to get a new mouse, to be honest. It's the final day of our training camp. Practice matches are taking center stage today. FC has no weight or gender divisions. That means the Skywalker has to be ready to face any opponent. Well, this isn't a team battle, so none of this actually matters.
俺は鳥だな。神道と因縁の部長対決だ。
じゃあ私が3番で部長さんが4番ということで。
Excuse me.
順番は決まりましたか、船浜学院の皆さん。
I don't know, have we? Misaki steps forward with her usual casual attitude.
僕が出よう。
Ooh, I like his outfit. Ishino-san responds by nominating himself. Well, I have expected this outcome.
シンド貴様俺との対決に臆したか。
あれ、何か約束してたっけ？
約束してなくてもわかるだろ。
Our price is pretty damn unreasonable.
よろしく。飛沢くんだったね。
ま、誰が相手でも構いませんけど。
いい試合にしよう。
Hi, Lackwiz. How are you? Misaki and I put on our headsets.
聞こえてる。感度良好。
Misaki is wearing Leviathans, which are kind of hard to handle. I've been waiting for Misaki to get better at using them, which is why I haven't done any balance retuning yet.
問題ないよ。ここでの練習で結構飛び回ったからね。ついに征服しちゃったかな。
Right, it does look like you've gotten used to them.
それなりって言うな。
Yeah, you were streaming though, right? So you have an excuse. Misaki puffs up her cheeks in annoyance as she says that. Then, after a few moments, her gaze turns cold.
それにしても、なんで合宿の締めの試合の相手に、進藤さんは私を選んだのかな。そういうもんかね。コーチがそういう後ろ向きなこと言うのはどうなんだろう。でもまあ、そうだよね。
She shrugs her shoulders listlessly as she says that.
実力の差ってものを一貫してきますか。はいはい、分かってますよ。そっちこそちゃんと指示を出してよ。
Oh yeah, I have redeems now, Lackwiz.
じゃ、
For
お互いに頑
reference.
張りますか。
So feel free to make use of any of those. Misaki flies off toward first. She seems somewhat shaky. Come to think of it, who's Shindo-san's second? I look around and find Shindo-san talking to Satoen-san. Possibly having noticed my gaze, Shindo-san looks my way and gives me a meaningful smile, then flies off towards first. I go over to Satoen-san. Are you going to be his second?
部長が私のアドバイスを必要としているとは思えませんけど、攻防にも筆の誤りと言いますから。
Save up for hugs. Okay, fair enough. I forgot how much I made the hugs, actually. Oh, 500. Okay. I will give you all the hugs. Even top pros end up losing sight of their opponent during a match.
部長は飛沢美咲さんを評価しているようですが、センスがあるということです。近くで見ていると見落としてしまうことありますよね。そこまでも言いませんけど、そろそろ試合が始まりますよね。
Satoen-san and I look up at the figures who are positioned next to first.
よろしくお願いします。
いや、こちらこそよろしくね。
どうして私を選んだんですか？
面白そうだと思ってね。
面白そう？もしかしてそれって嫌味ですか？
まさか 文字通りの意味だよ。
試合開始してもいいですか？
ごめん、僕はいつでもいいよ。
私も OK です。
では開始しますね。セット。
After a short pause, the whistle that signals the start of the match resounds. That was not a whistle. That was a freaking foghorn. Shino-san jets off along the first line, heading straight for the second. On the other hand, Misaki jumps ahead to the second line. Between an all-rounder and a fighter, the all-rounder can fly faster in a straight line. There's no point in Misaki competing in a test of speed. They're both playing by the book so far. Alright, now it comes down to positioning herself to intercept Shino-san and force him in a dogfight. Huh?
ボートなんかしてないって。そんなに慌てる必要ないでしょ。精神集中しながら飛んでるんだから。
Shino-san has already made it past the halfway point of the first line. That's not the speed of an all-rounder. Somehow he's as fast as a speeder.
ちょっと、急ぐ。
Did Shino-san tune his grav twos to fit a speeder style? By the time Misaki has taken her position on the second line to intercept Shino-san, he's already scored his first point from touching second and is almost to the middle of the second line. He's now only a short distance away from Misaki. Maze! Thank you so much for raiding, Maze! Aw, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. The unexpected development has Misaki bewildered. Thank you, Maze. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. Oh, you're so nice. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Heather Journey. I'm a witchy wolf who likes to write. And I'm playing Aokana today, which is just anime sports stuff? I don't know how to describe it. If his shoes are on speeder settings, then he should do a low yo-yo to accelerate even further and pass her from below. Anime sports visual novel. With lots of girls. Misaki probably meant to say got it, but she cut herself off before she finishes saying that. Shino-san easily passed over Misaki's head. He climbed diagonally upward. Hello, Ferris. How are you? Either way, I need to give Misaki a new plan. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I am a witch. Misaki follows my instructions and makes for the third line. But why? Stoen-san taps my shoulders, covers the mic of her headset to keep Shindo-san from hearing her, and looks at me. But why would you kill the witches? We're so nice, you know? I am a good witch. Witches are babes. I know, right? Guess she wants to tell me something. I follow her example and cover my mic. It's my fault? It's not that Shino-san is just too good. Finish her! Thanks, I appreciate that. I panicked because of Misaki's bewildered voice. It's obvious that Misaki would immediately respond to my voice given the state she was in. Shino-san chose that direction after he saw Misaki start to move, huh? Normally it works the other way. Skywalker was trying to intercept someone, meaning Misaki, is supposed to watch their opponent's movements and respond in kind. Aw, thank you for following Goddess Rian? Is that how you pronounce that? Oh, it's time for howls. Ow! Thank you so much for the redeem. No problem. Get some food. Thank you for raiding, Maze. I really appreciate it. Oh, small gift. Oh, thank you so much for the bits. I'm not even sure what bits are really, because I just got affiliate, but thank you. I remove my hand from the headset's mic and speak through it.
さっき進藤さん私を追い抜いた時変な顔で笑ってた
Yeah, I'll figure things out eventually.
かもしれないけど
I can hear Misaki breathing deeply. After scoring his second point by touching third, he abandons his perfect form, throws out his chest and bends backward, effectively pumping the brakes.
あれってどういう意味だと思う
Shindo-san is in full control of the match. Chances are high that if he had maintained his speed and kept going, he would have broken past Misaki and scored his third point by touching fourth. The fact that he drastically slowed down despite that can only mean... Even from here, I can see that Shindo-san has a strange smile on his face.
あれって私のことバカにしてるよね
I can't believe Shindo-san is doing this. Does his personality change during matches? Who is who touching? What?
私ああいうの嫌いだな
I didn't know Misaki could be this stubborn. What am I supposed to do as her second in this situation? Shindo-san slowly approaches Misaki. What? Ask Maze who's touching? Who? What? What? I'm confused.
それってどういうつもりですか
Confused witch noises.
このままスピードに任せて得点を重ねてもいいんだけど、それだと練習にならないよね。
Okay. I can hear their conversation through the headset.
だからどうしたいんです
ドッグファイトに付き合ってあげようかな。
あげようですか
そう、あげようだよ。
Why does he look like freaking Lelouch from Code Geass? Am I right? Misaki's irritation is clear as day. It's easy to just say calm down. However, a fighter who runs away from a dogfight has no chance of winning.
それってどういう意味わかったようなわかんないような感じだけどつまりセコンドとしてはバチバチドッグファイトをしても OK ってこと
相談は終わったかな。
あ、はいそのことなんですけど
While talking to Shino-san, Misaki casually moves her hand in a motion akin to her swatting a bug away from her eyes. Then she advances forwards quietly and swiftly. With smooth, natural motion, she extends her right hand toward Shino-san's chest, and a burst resounds. Shino-san loses his balance and gets thrown backward. Misaki was also thrown backward, but she hasn't lost her balance yet. Since they've both been standing still, their speed is now down to practically zero. In this situation, a fighter has a huge advantage.
体は熱く心は冷たくってこういうこと了解
Misaki attacks Shindo as he's struggling to regain his balance.
そういうことするんだね。
どういうことだってしますよ
Shindo-san swings his arm sideways, trying to touch Misaki. Misaki calmly dodges that, then enters a short climb as she turns upside down. Now diving downward head fast, she tries to touch Shindo-san's head. Hi, Puve, how are you? If she repels the back of his head, Shino-san will fall forward, losing his balance and revealing his back in the process. Spinning around 90 degrees on a vertical axis, he touches Misaki's extended arm in a way that repels her in a diagonally upward direction. The force makes Misaki's body flip over, putting her in a position where she's facing the sky. From Shino-san's perspective, she's defensively revealing her back to him as she flies diagonally upward. Unfortunately, before Misaki can steady herself, Shino-san thrusts his arm up from below. Unfortunately. Was AFK? That's fair. So now I'm here, apparently. That is kind of how rating goes, yes. And Maze is off eating food, so... I'm doing okay today, you know? Misaki's sent flying upward again as he touches her. Shino-san, who then pursues her from below, once again reaches out and... At this rate, she's going to let him keep scoring until the match ends. That's fair. Doing okay is better than not doing. That's fair. I can't, not agree with that assessment. Don't tell me. He knew it would turn out like this the moment he defended himself by thrusting out his arm. Standard practice to attack from above when your opponent defends their front. And the fact that it's standard practice means, did he see through all of Misaki's actions past that point? It's the only possible explanation. There's no way he just dodged all of her attacks on reflex. My throat runs dry. What kind of strategy can I use against such a skilled opponent? Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Does that include cake? I love that response. Girl, don't get so excited about cake. Misaki quickly approaches Shino-san. I do not blame her, actually. I was actually going to get cake after stream. Believe it or not. I had this planned before stream, even. The power of cake. The two of them close in on each other without attacking. It's a sight you rarely see in FC. I was right. Shino-san focuses on countering in dogfights. In other words, he waits for its opponents to make the first move. He only retaliates after making his opponent move in a particular manner. This means he isn't good at launching an attack himself, or at least that should be the case. Don't judge me! Cake is important. I know, right? I haven't had cake in a long time. Shino-san reaches out to Misaki as he bends forward. Misaki dodges by a hair's breadth. Shino-san tilts forward even more to accelerate, which forces Misaki to respond in kind to keep up with him. Shino-san tries to go right, but Misaki moves to block his path. Looks like she's following my instructions to the letter. This is exactly what I was going for. Reflexes are the most important factor in dogfights at point-blank range. When they're that close, Shino-san can't force her to move as he pleases. That's fair. I haven't had cake in probably like a month or so, so I need some now. She's sticking to Shindo-san and keeps dodging one after another. Considering the upside of her testy grab shoes, it's no wonder she can pull that off. However... Ooh. Ooh, that's a very rich, yes, very rich cake. Misaki is still dodging. Attack after attack is met with dodge after dodge. To some extent, the fact that Shindo-san is wearing all-rounder shoes with speeder tuning explains why he's having so much trouble. But that's not all. But wait, there's more! I didn't realize Misaki was this good. Her reflexes, they remind me of him. An unpleasant memory floats to mind, making it hard for me to breathe. Having grit her teeth, Misaki winds her way around Shindo's body like a snake on a branch. Whoa! And then she gets behind Shindo-san. Counterattack! Figure if she kept dodging, she would eventually end up behind him, but I didn't expect it to happen so fast. Shindo-san is sent flying towards third when Misaki touches her back. He just wants a challenge. Misaki goes on the defensive when Shindo-san resumes his assault. Eventually, Misaki scores another point and the match ends. I mean, he still won, but like... I mean, scoring 2 points ain't that bad, considering he only scored 4. There's a strange mood among everyone who was watching the match. Must be surprised that Misaki kept dodging Shindo-san's attacks.
お疲れ様。挑発するようなこと言って悪かったね。
私に付き合ってわざと攻撃してくれたってことでいいんですか？
そんな意地悪な解釈をしなくていいよ。
でも本当の試合だったらああいう戦い方はしませんよね。
どうだろうね。それは本番までの秘密だよ。
Misaki walks over to me.
ねえねえ、私すごくなかった？
You were absolutely amazing.
どうして？進藤さんから2点も取ったのに？いや、これは進藤さんに挑発されてカッとなっちゃった。自己評価厳しいな。でも今日のでマサヤの指示に従ってもいいかなって思ったよ。
Yeah, that's not much of a bright side. I want you to say you will follow my instructions from now on.
わかりました。コーチ。
Misaki dons a playful smile when she says that. I'm not so sure she actually gets it. It's fine. After that, Mashiro's match finishes in short order and Asuka's turn arrived. I don't mean to butcher these names like this.
そうでしょうか。あ、はい。こんな感じでどうでしょうか。緊張してません。あの時は何も知りませんでしたから。でも今は練習の成果を出さないと思うとリラックスします。
Doesn't seem to be working, though.
はい、落とします。そろそろ試合を開始したいのですけど、よろしいかしら。
Oh, is she fighting Rika?
よろしくお願いします。
She's fighting Rika! Asuka's opponent is Rika Ichinose. Ichinose flies ahead to first.
はい頑張ります
I send Asuka off with a clap on her back. This is her first real practice match. Expecting her to not feel nervous is asking for the impossible.
よろしくお願いしますリカちゃん胸をお借りします
So Rika's a speeder. Eventually, the whistle that signals the start of the match resounds. Again, that's not a whistle! That's a foghorn! Ichinose tilts her body downward and makes for second with a low yo-yo. And Asuka tries to keep up with her. Asuka's grab shoot have a standard all-rounder setting. Maybe she'd have a shot if they had speeder tuning, but that's not the case here. Need to stop her before it's too late.
はいそうでした
I mean, you're kind of right, yeah?
はい
So basically, their version of a whistle is just a filter put on a whistle to sound like a foghorn. Yes. Asuka proceeds to the second line. Man, she really is all tense. It'd be really bad if Ichinose interpreted what Asuka did as a plan to provoke her. I could picture her saying, I see. You're a second who would stoop so low, huh? After everything's said and done. Having scored a point by touching first, Rika uses the repelling force from the touch to accelerate. Interesting. She definitely isn't bad, but I feel like she entered the climb of her low yo-yo about 1 second too early. Her acceleration game was fairly minimal because she misjudged the angle when she touched the buoy. Feels to me like she has a bad habit of getting impatient in critical situations. Asuka waits at the center of the second line for Ichinose. Ichinose proceeds to climb gently. Asuka also climbs in response. It'd be great if she managed to intercept her, but I doubt it's going to be that easy. Ichinose banks right while climbing. Asuka responds to that by tilting forward and accelerating.
抑えますさせません
After luring Asuka over to the right, Ichinose twists her body and dives left instead. As a result, Asuka ends up flying away from her, then she twists her body in an attempt to follow Ichinose, but loses her balance. With that, Ichinose outruns Asuka. She's probably feeling pretty disappointed.
すごいですね
For some reason, she's all hyped up.
目の前から消えちゃったみたいに見えましたああいう動きができるんだって思ったらドキドキします楽しいです
I'm impressed that she could say something like that when she's losing. Some people are just like that. Ichinose touches third right as Asuka reaches the middle of the third line. Score is 0-2. Ichinose slants downward. I'm guessing she wants to gain speed with a low yo-yo. She must think Asuka's all flustered and off balance right now, which would make rushing past her quite easy. Asuka starts to move where Ichinose is set to ascend, but Ichinose suddenly enters a steep climb in response.
捕まりません
Because Asuka moved her body in a weird way to go after Ichinose, she ends up losing her balance again. Damn, she's ruthless. No, wait, ruthless isn't the right word here. She's simply giving it everything she's got. Normally, speeders don't make use of such reckless steep climbs because they result in a rapid drop in speed, which is the main win condition. However, that type of movement is extremely effective against beginners. After all, most beginners tend to chase after their opponent on the spur of the moment, which leads to a loss of balance.
はい、なんだか少し分かってきた気がします。うまく言葉にできませんけど、とにかく分かってきた気がするんです。
Ichinose touches fourth. The score is now 0-3. This time Ichinose is flying straight along the fourth line, approaching Asuka directly. There's no way she's going to collide with Asuka, so it's safe to assume she'll turn at some point. About what Asuka said earlier, I'm guessing she means she's realized Ichinose is using feints, but well, beginners often end up in a worse position than they started when they try to counter feints. I should stop her, but ruining her concentration now could just make things worse. And as they say, there are some things you can only learn through experience. Guess I'll keep quiet here and hope she learns a valuable lesson.
聞かせてもらいます。
Ichinose starts to fly scissors, turning left and right as she closes in on Asuka. Man, she really is just doing the things that throw off beginners. Asuka, who is standing in Ichinose's way, flounders left and right as she almost loses her balance. Asuka almost intercepts Ichinose. Ichinose manages to dodge by a hair's breadth with a steep climb, but Ichinose's speed is down due to the scissors and steep climb. And while it's not as good as that of fighters, the initial velocity of all-rounders is also pretty decent. There's a real chance of Asuka catching her in this situation. Asuka closes the distance between her and Ichinose. Can she catch up? Ichinose enters a low yo-yo to try to shake her off, but Asuka follows. It's all over if she tries and fails to catch Ichinose now. It'd be nice to let her get a feel for chasing her opponent, but it's important to teach her when to give up as well. She was really close there, though. I see. Guess I was wrong. Asuka hasn't realized Ichinose is doing feints. Now she actually come to understand something far more basic, namely how to regain her balance mid-air. Does that mean she only just figured it out during this match? Guess things like that do happen, but I look to the side. Looks like Satoan-san is calming Ichinose down, so clearly what has just happened was a surprise to her as well. Much like on the fourth line, she's rushing straight toward Asuka. Only difference is there are no scissors this time. Her plan is to shake Asuka off with pure speed. Ichinose uses a light feint, but Asuka doesn't even twitch. I'm honestly surprised she can stay so still because I just told her to. Ichinose turns right. Ichinose spreads out her arms and legs, then enters a high yo-yo. In other words, she goes into a steep climb. That successfully drops her speed, which makes Asuka overshoot and pass below Ichinose. Her back is now fully exposed. Damn, they got us. I didn't expect her to go for Asuka's back instead of the buoy. Did Satoan-san think up this strategy? And I really wanted her to score at least 1 point to build up her confidence. Asuka curls up and... Huh? She seemingly kicks off air, jetting in the opposite direction as a result. Counter-attack! An air kick turn? It isn't as clean as in her match against Satoan-san, but still it's enough to make Ichinose's hand claw at empty hair. Ichinose, who has now missed her target, shoots past Asuka, exposing her back to her opponent. Hey! Asuka touches Ichinose's bag. She scored 1 point. Ichinose uses the repellent force from Asuka touching her back to make for second. Asuka would have gotten the chance to score even more points if she touched Ichinose from above, but it didn't work out that way. At least she got 1 point. After that, Asuka fails to keep up with Ichinose's speed and lets her score again by touching 2 buoys, bringing the score to 1-6 by the end. The end of our 3-day training camp has arrived, which means now we just have to pack up and head on home. No one seems to want to part with all of the new friends they've made. How do they have time to make friends? They're training and they're, like, doing practice matches. And honestly, I'm in the exact same boat.
ありがとう。有意義な合宿になったよ。そうだ。君からも飛沢君には謝っておいてくれるかな。本気でそうは思っていないくせに。
Yeah, he's right. He was just trying to bring Misaki's potential to the surface, and frankly, seeing that has me wanting to get her to take FC seriously.
だったらいいけど、彼女ヒヤッとする目を見せたからね。
Maybe Misaki's got a competitive side to her after all.
彼女は伸びるね。いや、彼女だけじゃないか。
Shino-san directs his eyes in a certain direction as he says that, and when I turn to where he's looking, I see... I motion for her to leave with my hand. Shoo shoo, Asuka. Get out of here. I'm talking with Shino-san right now. Lucky Asuka gives in to my demand. Guess she understands that this is a private conversation.
仲がいいね。
Not like I'm doing anything special to develop our relationship, though. Interesting. Shino-san sees something special in Asuka as well, huh? Can't say I disagree, though unfortunately she's a lot more raw than even Misaki.
君が FC に戻ってきた理由が分かったような気がしたよ。さて、挨拶も後が使えてるようだし。
Well, I certainly feel someone's eyes on me now.
君が彼女たちにどんな翼を与えるのか楽しみだよ。夏の大会でまた会おう。
Shino-san turns after spitting out those parting words. When we first met, our handshake was initiated by Shino-san. But right now, I really want to take the lead and return his friendly gesture.
喜んだ。
We shake hands before we part. Shino-san gone, next up is... Oh my god, Satoan-san! Cool? Shino-san has already said all this. Wait, was the other person Shino-san mentioned Satoan-san?
ちょっと佐藤君。今後のスケジュールについて少し相談があるんだ。
お待ちください。私は今副部長として感謝のご挨拶をしているところですから。
下級なんだ。佐藤君の意見を聞きたかったんだが。
佐藤いいんです。すみません。慌ただしくはありますが、これで。
Bye! I'm so confused right now. I noticed her looking at me earlier. We haven't talked since last night. I've been meaning to apologize, but I figured I could wait until we both got home. Since we're neighbors and all. Still, I'm not going to look at a gift horse in the mouth. May as well take care of it now, since this chance has fallen right into my lap. And so the first words that leave my mouth are... Having bow our heads at the same time, we both go. Puzzled looks appear on both of our faces. Actually, the exact same thing happened last night. Erase that from your memories. I want to, but I'm not sure that's possible.
何か言わなきゃって。でもなんて言ったらいいかわかんなくて、一番近かったのが変でしょうか。やっぱり。
I mean, yeah, it is a little weird, but it's the thought that counts. You know.
ここで言っておかないとまた言えなくなっちゃいそうな気がしますし。
I recall what she told me yesterday.
それに今お話しするのが私にとっては一番きつそうだったので、それくらいしなきゃって。
I spot a group of grinning girls staring at us. Are those Ichinose's friends? I think they're the girls who teased her on the first day of the training camp. Does that mean she chose to do it now as some sort of punishment? Not sure if the word serious is enough to properly describe her. I swear she's bordering on crazy here. Ichinose responds with a smile as I thank her. Thanks, huh? Now that's a word that soothes the mind. Ichinose said it to me and I responded in kind, which made both of us feel a whole lot better. She initially doesn't get what I mean until Tourette in confusion, but after a few seconds... She flushes red at the meaning of my word as the meaning of my words hits her. Ichinose slowly brings her face close to mine and lowers her voice. Right, can't have anyone overhearing this. That scared me. Ichinose lets out a little giggle, seemingly mocking my lack of response. Right as I begin to bow deeply and apologize, Ichinose stops me. Arigato. Ichinose suddenly covers her body and backs away from me. Seems like unpleasant memories have surfaced in her mind. Ugh, this is really awkward. Students from both schools line up across from each other before we part. This is our way of saying goodbye. Our club presidents are standing in front of each other right now. He can't help it. He has a man crush on Hinata. And with that, the curtain falls on our 3-day training camp with Takafuji Academy. It's Kakami-san! Still, our training has come to an end. I look around.
俺の筋肉特集とかどうだ？
いやー、それはわいせつ物陳列罪で発禁とか食らいそうなんで。
俺の筋肉の何がわいせつ物か。
ちょっとお兄、これ以上私に恥かかせたらお母さん
Why is Minori following them? Well, I guess most of us learned a lot. Better to forget about that group.
美咲先輩、なんだか元気なくないですか？別に。また先輩お腹減って。違いますね。え、もしかして今日の練習試合でどこか怪我でもされたんじゃ？いや、そういうんじゃなくてね。嘘、美咲先輩のことですからわかります。私そういうの目ざといですから。
Very, very sharp.
なんかこう惜しいようなそうでもないような。さあ先輩、私に幹部を全てをさらけ出しちゃってください。とりあえず一人にしてほしいな。
どうした？
I recall the words Shindo-san said to me at the very end.
君が彼女たちにどんな翼を与えるのか楽しみだよ。
Those words shoot. Those words bang. Shindo-san. Shindo-san is now dead. And honestly, he hit the nail on the head too. I now have a concrete goal for this year's summer tournament. The question is, what does everyone else want to do? This isn't up to just me.
それはそうかもな。だがマサヤ、お前がみんなを引っ張ることもできるはずだ。考えて動くこともお前の仕事だぞ。
Well, I should just focus on getting a good night's rest once I get home. But I should know done everything I learned at Takafuji first.
コーチ、ですね、この後練習付き合っていただけませんか？なんだかすごくいい風になれそうな気がするんです。だから忘れないうちにって。
That's some dedication.
やっぱりお疲れですか？
My job is to help these girls grow wings.
じゃあ、はい。
Asuka hurriedly flies off. Looks like the training camp upped their motivation a ton. Or maybe not. Despite their complaints, Asuka gives me a hand signal to show they've agreed. Seems they're up for it.
合宿した意味。
Well, I'll put that thought aside for now. Let's see, I need to decide what exercise to use before we get back to our training grounds. Nice. Chapter 2 and... Okay, I'm not gonna watch that.
ほら、見てください。星がとても綺麗ですよ。
That basically is just an intro trailer to the next chapter, but I'm like, I'm gonna play it, so it doesn't really matter if I have a trailer or not.
とても住んでいます。素敵です。長崎の空港からはヘリにして正解でした。先にこの空の美しさ見ることができてよかったです。
Well, you missed like the first two and most of the third chapter, so
何か言いましたか？
it's fine.
飛び高か。
Cute girls, that's all you need to know.
珍しいですね。あなたがそんなこと。ああ、なるほど。空気に慣れるためですね。それなこれからいくらでも飛ぶ機会がありますから。
Cute girls are all that matter. I stand by. New character? Lady Arena? New character? Hmm?
長旅で疲れたでしょう。今日は着いたらもう休みましょうか。え？あなたらしいですね。 わかりました。ではすぐに動けるよう準備するようにしておきましょう。着きましたわ。
New
ここが
characters!
私たちのステージなのですね。あなたの生まれた場所にして、あなたが空に目覚めた場所、そしてあなたが全てを変える場所です。あなたならできます。いいえ、あなたしかできません。私ずっと楽しみにしていました。変えましょう。この空気を超えましょう。この地平を。さあ、思うままにやりなさい。乾咲。はい、イリーナ。
What?
フライ。
Who? Who? Who is this? Who is this? I didn't hear her name! Ah! 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 Who is this? I want to know! Okay. I'm gonna save it there. I think. Okay. The actual official start of the chapter will start in just a few clicks, but I'll end it there because that's a really cool place to end. Who are these bitches? I want to know! They're so cool! Okay. I'm entranced now. Alright, I'm gonna end it there. Thanks everybody so much for coming to stream. Thank you, Maze, again. I know you're eating right now, but for the... I know I'm cliffhanging you, I'm sorry! To be honest, though, it's gonna be an hour or so probably before we see those girls again anyway. So, to be fair. Thanks, Maze, for raiding. I really appreciate that. There's only one person I have streaming right now on my friends list, so I guess we're gonna raid him today. Because I at least need to. I don't know what the fuck's up with my mouse, but... Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Alright, we're gonna be raiding Leo today. Thanks everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. I will be back with Aokana next week sometime. I have a poll on my Twitter. If you guys want me to do, like, all the routes or just, like, one route, and then I can play it on my own, but I'll let the votes decide that. But thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate all the new likes and follows and friends. The more the merrier. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you all soon. Go raid Leo in the meantime. Bye!